Wipe your area with a sanitized rag. With a sanitized rag, wipe the heavy-duty mixing bowl. Grab your apples and a large mixing bowl. Grab the KitchenAid spiralizer attachment. Grab the spiralizer and the slicer attachment with 7 spikes. Align the side peg with the notch on the KitchenAid mixer. Insert the spiralizer into the KitchenAid mixer. Secure the attachment by screwing the side thumb screw. Insert the slicer attachment into the spiralizer. Press the release lever to adjust the slicer attachment. Grab an apple, remove the stem, then impale it into the skewer. Adjust and align the slicer attachment. Turn on the KitchenAid mixer. Allow the spiralizer to reach the end. Place the cut apple into the large bowl. Stop the mixer. Remove the apple core and left-over bottom piece. Repeat for all apples. Warning: if the slicer is not moving, press on the release lever to help the blade carrier latch onto the spinning screw. Remove the spiralizer and disattach the slicing attachment. Use the sink sprayer to clean the spiralizer and slicer. Do not submerge the spiralizer as it can damage the internal components. Let the spiralizer air dry. Return it back to its box and store it back to its location. Using only cold water. Add water to the cut apples. With a handful of apple slices, submerge in water to remove the seeds. Check for apple seed and place the slices into a separate large bowl. Drain the leftover water. Grab a cutting board and knife. Cut the apples into small chunks. Place the cut apples into the original large bowl. Repeat for all the apple slices. The heavy-duty mixing bowl can be drained and still be used for making the batter. To make the apple filling, weigh out sugar, cinnamon, and flour. Mix, then combine with the apples. Toss around the apples until combined. Set aside. To make the brown sugar blend, use the same container to combine brown sugar and cinnamon. Mix by hand and set aside. To make the batter, use the heavy-duty mixing bowl to weigh out vegetable oil, liquid egg, and sugar. Place the bowl onto the mixer. Insert the bowl's peg into the mixer's notch. Attach the paddle attachment to the mixer. Use the lift lever to raise the mixing bowl. Place the speed knob on low speed 1 and flip the on switch. After 30 seconds, turn the knob to medium speed 2. As it mixes, prepare the rest of the ingredients. In a medium-sized container, weigh out milk, vanilla, and apple cider vinegar. Mix and set aside. In a large container, weigh out flour. Leave the sifter in the container. To prevent gluten cross-contamination on the next ingredients, wipe or wash your hands. Baking soda, baking powder, and salt. Sift the ingredients to break apart clumps. Mix thoroughly and set aside. Prepare the loaf pans. Spray with non-stick spray. Line the pans with parchment paper. Stack the pans to make space. Set the mixer to low speed 1. Slowly pour in the milk mixture. Stop the mixer, scrape the side and bottom. Add in the flour mixture. Don't turn on the mixer yet or the flour will fly everywhere. Use a spatula to premix the wet and dry ingredients. Turn the mixer on slow speed 1. After 30 seconds, stop the mixer and scrape the sides and bottom. Mix for 1 minute. Don't overmix or the pastry loaf will be dense. Turn on the oven. Set temperature to 325 Fahrenheit. And fan is at low speed. Lay out the pans. Lower the bowl. Remove and scrape off the paddle. With the white scoop, weigh out 450 grams of batter into each pan. Using the same scoop, spread out 1 portion of diced apples into each pan. Use 1/3 of the brown sugar blend and spread it evenly over the loaf pans. Use the white scoop and spread 1 scoop of butter into each pan. Using the same scoop, spread out 1 portion of diced apples into each pan. Any leftover apples can be spread among the pans. Use another 1/3 of the brown sugar blend and spread it evenly over the loaf pans. Use the white scoop and spread 1 scoop of butter into each pan. Scrape the bowl and evenly spread out any leftover batter into the pans. Use the remaining brown sugar blend and spread it evenly over the loaf pans. Put the pans into the oven. Place them into the middle section of each row. Set timer for 55 minutes. Poke the loaf with the cake tester. It should come out clean. If not, place for another 10 minutes. Let the loaf cool for 45 minutes or until loaf has cooled. Make the icing by whisking the powdered sugar and milk until smooth. Evenly spread 1 green scoop portion of icing onto each loaf. To wrap the loaf, pull out some plastic wrap. Grab and lift the parchment paper to remove the loaf from the pan. Flip the loaf onto the plastic wrap and remove the parchment. Wrap the loaf with the plastic wrap. Place onto a rolling cart and repeat for each loaf. Place a date sticker and mark the type of loaf. Example, AF for Apple Fritter. Place into the walk-in freezer. Finished!